Here to talk about the oil change on your KTM. This one's a 625. Now, how many filters does a bike need? According to KTM, they need 3 of them. Technically, there's 2 that you have to buy, and the third one is this one right here. You can see the wire mesh on the drain plug. The drain plug is a 19mm, and it's located in the very bottom. If you look through here, see that big hole? It's up in that hole in the skid plate in the center of the frame. When you go to pull that out, this one has a leaking head gasket, so antifreeze came out, and the antifreeze orange, so you're like, what the heck? And then the oil came. So where the other filters are, you know where this one is, the one that we just talked about that's on the oil plug. The next one is a remote oil filter, and it's located right here. You can see I've got the cover off. You got your starter motor, and then back here's the oil filter. This is an oil line that you see here, so you can follow that to know where to find them, because it just goes through there to the filter. And then that's the short filter. It's the little one that looks like this one here in the pan. And then there's a longer filter. I haven't stuck this one in yet, but the long filter goes on the other side of the bike. Let me show you where. You have to pull off this cover that covers the sprocket right here, and once it's out of the way, there's just 2 bolts that hold that on. Remove this a little. There's just one here and one here. They're an 8mm, and then you've got 3 8mm bolts on your oil filter housing here. You follow from the remote oil filter can all the way across here, and this is your main oil filter, or long oil filter. You can take this and set it behind your shifter. The shifter will move down, rear brake, sorry. The rear brake will move down plenty to be able to get that out of the way. So, and it's just located in here. Now this one, the rubber O-ring faces out, just like this. On the other one, the rubber O-ring faces in. The rubber O-ring faces where the oil goes in and out. And as you can see, these lines carry the oil in and out through this side. So we've covered the 3 oil filters. Let's talk about where to put the oil back in. When you go to change the oil on this, you'll want to buy a couple of quarts of oil. Most of them just take a little over 1, but between 1 and 2 quarts of oil. This is where you put the oil in, and when you check the oil on it, probably could have staged this one. You just put the oil in here, and then you run the oil until it's in the sight glass. You pour it in, and there's a little window that you can see right here. And there's marks at the bottom end of it. Let me get my laser pointer. There's marks right here at the bottom, and then marks here at the top. You want to fill it up so that it's level on the kickstand and it's between these 2 marks. I usually like to put it right at the top. So, and you can see that there's a little metal plate behind there that has some different, it's like a cage to make it easy to read. So you just fill it up until it's in that mark. You want to go ahead and start the bike up once you've got it at that point, and run the bike, I would say for, you know, just 5 seconds, 10, 15, whatever you're comfortable with, and then let it set, and then have it level so that you're not leaning clear over on the kickstand or something. You want it to be where the bike's level and at the upper level. So you fill it up to the full mark, run it. The oil filters will get all filled up and all the cavities will be filled, and then sounded dirty. And then you'll want to go ahead and top it off so that you'll be, you know, at your optimum level. These don't have a lot of oil, so they compensate by having a lot of filters. And so you want to make sure that your oil level is good and that you've got good oil present. If you like the video, be sure to click subscribe, add to favorites, or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Cheers, thanks for watching.